The members of the church who walk into a boarding house full of women all talking about how they're trying to kill God and cast spells on each other were mortified. And the housekeeper, who was from South America, said that he was being a wuss because this happened all the time where she's from, and he needs to quit being a baby about it. Imagine if a guy comes into your neighborhood and decides to turn it into Desert Storm, and the police are like, we really need to, be respectful of him. Like, no! I don't really have a joke to make. Death to all hoarding bugs. That's the joke. This state is full of cannibals, incestuous monster men, and lice. So don't move here. If you're not from the region and you come here, you will die every day. Like, I had to kill 3 this morning. They'll try to eat your dog. I'm not ruining my wife's linen sheets just so he doesn't have to get some sun. I'm sure he's not complaining. If you're ever playing public lobbies of Lethal Company and you run into someone named RT is Daddy, one word, capital R, capital T, kick him immediately. But there's just an old guy at the back of the boat, like, hunched over a notepad writing about how he can't wait for them to kill each other. I think the power just went out. It's kind of ominous, okay. He says that the man beneath America made him build the canal, and that at any night, the man beneath America can seep into his dreams and have Ferdinand do his bidding. So this makes sense. Brian Jones claimed forward saying that one day he was out gardening in a green outfit and he was pretty short, and a kid said, hey, look, a leprechaun. So he yelled some gibberish at him and started dancing and ran away. Simply picked itself up underneath the ship and just started walking through land. And people think they're adorable. I see through their lines and need them genocided immediately. Especially because every time you die, you're not allowed to talk to the rest of your team until you come back to life. So what always happens is you die in the facility, and then you have to wait to the next round to explain to everyone why you died. And when you tell them that you died to a hoarding bug, they all laugh and think you're stupid when they didn't see the horde of 15 giant cockroach things fly at me at once. That made me very scared. And yeah, okay. The Mount Pleasant, Mississippi mass drug use, that's a sentence. But you're being very brave and I'm proud of you. Went forward and shot the Branch Davidian's dogs. Again, insert joke about shooting dog here. Larry then drives towards a vehicle and very calmly tries to steal it. He's got a rifle and a ski mask and body armor. And as you're backing away, he's like, no, I promise. Gun. And he just started. That getting shot in the face highly discouraged Emil from continuing the fight. It was essentially a giant game of Pac-Man. I brought you all a gift. It's mail. Open it. So why would you wear loafers up here?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Well,
shut up. Pay him back up. This is called drip. It's different. We have to burn all of the women here. And then someone else said, maybe don't do that. And they're like, oh, all right. I'm going to offer a counter theory just so we don't get executed by park services. So imagine someone shows up, shoots your wife in the face, and then gets on a speaker and goes, hey, what'd she have for breakfast this morning, huh? Would it be, I don't know, a bullet? The FBI says, oh yeah, we're supposed to ask them to come out. The SWAT team, unaware that Call was dead, began firing thousands. Not hundreds, not several hundred, thousands of rounds at the house, eventually setting it ablaze by pouring diesel fuel down the house's chimney. They can do that? And then a SWAT team guy has a gallon of gasoline and no, not gasoline, diesel. He has a gallon of diesel, pours it down the fireplace, burns down the whole house, and then says Cal's burned remains were found the following day. You know, in hindsight, maybe the ATF agents at Waco showed some restraint. The people of the nearby neighborhood asked them to stop, to which they would reply with meows. And then the news goes, do you also have a hole in your windshield? And then they go outside and see it and have a panic attack. It's almost certainly a bad decision, but hey, I'm not your dad. That several of the temples kicked people out because they were trying to do stuff like get the statues to drink beer. They're just like, oh, you. It's like, hey, remember those 4 Frenchmen you warned me about? Don't worry, we found all 67 of them. which means somewhere out there, there is a video of a goalkeeper casting a spell on the field and the audience losing their minds because that should be a penalty, followed by everyone pulling out stones that they brought to a soccer game and attacking the police. The way that information was actually obtained was a guy sat there and was like, were you abused by the workers at the preschool? And the kid would go, yeah. And he'd go, okay, where? And the kid would go, a hot air balloon? Hot air balloon.